This is a hard drive that you find in a typical desktop computer or PC. Inside this drive is a very strong and very powerful neodymium magnet. To take the magnet out, you'll have to go ahead and remove a bunch of screws. So 7 screws, and there's 1 screw underneath this label. And these are Torx screws. Torx T8 screwdriver or screwdriver bit to take the screws out. Once you do that, the cover comes right off, and you'll see this is the hard drive itself. So there's your magnetic disc, and the magnet that we need to pull is right here. This is where the head assembly is, so we'll have to take this out. On this head assembly, there are 2 Torx screws. These are T6 Torx screws, and if we go ahead and take both of them out, especially the one on the top here, once we take the screws out, this top magnet comes right off. There's a bottom magnet also, and we'll have to take that one out too. This one here, once you take out the screw, we can pry it right up. And so here we're having the top magnet taken out, and you see it right here. So this one's okay. As you see, there's holes here for the screws and everything, but there's a metal arm here that sticks out, and this could get in the way if you're trying to slide this magnet across a surface like a wall, using it as a stud finder. So if you're going to use this, you'll have to cut this little piece off at the end, so that way this magnet sits nice and flat. And if you're going to use it to find studs in the wall, and you have to cut the other end also. When we go ahead and undo the T6 screws over here and over here, this magnet is going to be loosened up. So if you see, we have it loosened up, but we can't pull it out. We can't pull it out because this head assembly is in the way. But to go ahead and move this head assembly out of the way, we'd have to go ahead and take these platters out. So these are also T6 screws for this bracket, this half circle bracket around here, and the screws here on the spindle. We'll also take out this plastic clip here. This is a T8, and these screws here on this plate, these are T6s. These attach a cable that goes around to the magnetic head. Let's take those out too. We have the screws for the cable assembly removed, and we have the screw here for this plastic also removed. Next step is to take out the platters over here. We have the platters out of the spindle assembly, and now this head can rotate freely. On this particular hard drive, we can't take the magnetic head off, so what we have to do is we have to undo it from the other side. So flipping the hard drive over, we're looking at the circuit board here, so we have to undo these T6 screws. Once we do that, we have another screw here. This is a T8. Now this T8 screw is covered by a sticker, so once we pull the sticker off, it showed the screw, and we take this off. Once we take off the screw here, watch what happens when we lift the hard drive, turn it over. There's the magnetic head. Here's the head, and here's the second magnet assembly. So for this one, we just got to go ahead and just finish undoing it, and it comes right off. This magnet's very strong. It pulled the Torx screwdriver just now. Go ahead and lift it out. And there we have it. So this second magnet on the bottom of the head assembly is perfectly flat. There's no need to cut anything off. The first magnet, the one on top, has these little metal ears that are sticking up at the sides. So if you use this as your stud finding magnet, you have to cut these off. But on this one, there's nothing to cut off. And there's a slick nickel coating on this that keeps it from scratching anything on the wall.